Hi everyone, thank you for coming back to our YouTube channel. I'm really excited for having you today, and I'm here with my friend as he's gonna introduce himself in few minutes, and you're gonna learn a little bit about his life, his country, his culture, and the experiences he has to share with you. I hope you can enjoy this time with us today, and here we go. So, can you introduce yourself to us?
Yes, okay. Hi everyone, I'm Daniele. I'm
Yes.
a 28-year-old Italian guy. I'm from Orvieto, which is the place where we are now making this
Right.
interview, filming this interview.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a friend of Paolo.
Right,
Because we
right.
met in Veneto, which is the place where he is having an interview.
Uh-huh.
And I choose to have this interview with him because actually he paid me very well to do this.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. So
That's the only motivation.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So Daniele, could you tell us a little bit, like if someone would ask you in one word, what would you say? How would you describe Italian lifestyle?
One word?
Yes, one word, one phrase.
Okay. Pizza, pasta. No, I'm joking.
That's a good one.
Yeah, in one phrase, I think, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yes,
Take it easy.
yes,
That's how someone could describe Italian. So,
yes.
why do you think Italians would take it easy?
How?
Why?
Why?
The reason, the motivation.
I think actually because we live in an amazing place. I think Italy is really amazing. It has everything, from the sea, to the mountains, to the
Right.
hills,
Uh-huh.
the lakes. It's amazing. There is a perfect interpenetration of culture, history,
Mhm.
nightlife, entertainment. So
Mhm.
it's a perfect mix. You
Right.
can get everything here. So
Excellent.
I think that's why we take life easy.
Right.
Especially in the past. Maybe now we are a little more nervous, but I think we can. Actually, we are definitely people who take life easy.
Right, right. So there is a lot of stereotype outside of Italy,
Yes.
and a lot of people believe that Italians are normally stylish people.
Yeah.
Would you
Stylish. Okay.
agree or disagree with that?
No, I agree. I agree. I think
Uh-huh.
it depends, on the place.
Uh-huh.
Italy has has really different places with different cultures with different usages. So I think
Yes.
it depends. For example, in the cities,
Mhm.
people are more stylish. They
Can you name an example of a city?
Yeah, for example, in Milan.
Milan.
It's a city which uh, I like. I like
Mhm.
Milan. I think it's not the most beautiful city in Italy, but I like people because they, for example, are really stylish. They are
Excellent,
always
excellent.
prepared.
Uh-huh.
And yes, this is a good example. For example, in the south, it's very different.
Mhm.
They are, they don't care a lot of the the
Right.
image.
Right.
So yes, it depends on the place actually. And
Excellent.
but yes, the average Italian person take care to the style, to his image.
Themselves. Uh-huh.
Yes, I think in a good way. It's not like you know a psychological illness. It's like a care of themselves or how they
Excellent.
look like. So
Excellent.
I think it's good.
So, why why do you think Italians care about their personal image, how they look, how they dress? Why would you say is the reason behind that?
So you're asking me why
Why
they take care?
Italian take care of themselves compared to, let's say, other
Yeah.
people outside of
Yeah,
Italy?
yeah. Actually, I think this is connected to our to the fact that we actually are a little close-minded.
Hmm.
I mean, you know, especially in small towns, in the province,
Right.
people like to talk behind other people.
Hmm.
So we are actually scared
Hmm.
about how other people look at us
Uh-huh.
and how they can talk about us to the
All
other
right.
ones.
Uh-huh.
So I think maybe this is a motivation, no, a negative motivation of why people, Italian
Uh-huh.
people, take care to their image, to their
Uh-huh.
style. I think
Right.
this is the main one. So it's not a good motivation actually.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, I think it's something connected to our nature. We like
Hmm.
beauty,
Right.
so we want to be as much beautiful as we can. So
Excellent.
it's a balance between these two motivation. I think
Excellent.
it's my view.
Great, great. That's a great description,
Thank you very
Daniele.
much. Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you
so
very much.
the other question a lot of people usually have about cultures is lifestyle. How would you describe a typical day for an Italian, for example? Like when they wake up
Yeah.
to the time they go to bed, like what their schedule looks like.
Yes. Normally Italians, I mean, they don't like to get up early.
Uh-huh.
They like to take
Good fact.
to take to take it, quite easily. Not like Spanish
Uh-huh.
people.
Uh-huh.
I've lived in Spain, and over there, it's the total opposite. It's like
Opposite.
yeah, an extreme,
Mhm.
of this concept. But
Right?
we too we don't like to get up too early,
Mm-hmm.
and we have during our typical day
Right?
we have one thing that is very very important,
Uh-huh.
that has to take the time it deserves, which
Uh-huh.
is the meal,
Right.
like the lunch, the
Mhm.
dinner. Okay,
Uh-huh.
it's very important. It's it's, it's something that's strictly connected to our culture, to
Right.
the food, so the
Uh-huh.
gastronomy. And it's very important for an Italian to have time to eat, to cook, and to eat well. So concerning this topic, we are
Mhm.
totally different from, for example, American people.
Right.
For them, like the meal is just a way to feed themselves. For
Uh-huh.
us, no, it's different. It's like a ceremony. It's like
Uh-huh.
it's a moment to celebrate, and
Uh-huh.
we like to share this moment with others. We
Right.
don't like to eat alone. We like
Uh-huh.
to eat with other people because
Right.
it's actually a way to be sociable as
Mhm.
well. So to share dates, conversations.
Excellent. Excellent.
So the meal is very very important. It's a social fact.
Uh-huh. So
Like,
how many meals Italians have per day?
we have two main meals. There are lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner?
Breakfast as well, but it's not something that all Italians are used
Mhm.
to have.
Okay.
And we don't have actually a typical Italian breakfast. Yeah, maybe cappuccino and croissant.
Oh.
But
Cappuccino and croissant.
yes,
Remember that.
remember, say this. But we are not like, for example, British, which
Mhm.
who they have to have a very huge breakfast,
Breakfast meal.
salty
Mhm.
breakfast. For
Mhm.
example, here not we like just sweetie
Mhm.
sweetie breakfast.
Uh-huh.
So cappuccino, croissant, biscuits,
Mhm.
or orange juice. But
Mhm.
it's not comparable to the lunch and dinner. They are the
Right.
most
Uh-huh.
important actually,
So,
and the longest as well.
so in average, what time is the lunch? What time is the dinner? And how long they last?
So the lunch normally is about 1 p.m.
1
and
p.m. for lunch.
yeah, and it lasts about I don't know, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. Especially during the week when during during the working days.
Right.
Maybe in the weekends on Saturday and Sunday it lasts
More longer.
and the dinner maybe it's a little more important, so it lasts even an hour because as I told you before, especially in family, it's like a good occasion to share, some I don't know, some feelings, to talk about something, about the day.
Right.
So it's a good occasion to open themselves to people and to share their feelings actually. So it lasts longer,
Long.
especially during the working day. So it's different from the lunch. as
Excellent.
well. Yes.
Excellent. So we just spoke a little bit about the lifestyle and the eating habits here in Italy. So the next question that possibly a lot of people have is regarding relationships in Italy.
Okay.
How do people handle relationships? Who takes the initiative? It's the female, the male.
Okay, so you're
How
talking
do-
about
Uh-huh.
relationship, like love relationship.
Yes.
Okay. So, I think something is changing here.
Uh-huh.
I'm 28, so I'm still on part of the last generation,
Uh-huh.
of people.
Uh-huh.
But talking with my dad, with my grandfathers, for example, I knew that in the past, normally just men were, like making the first step,
Uh-huh.
okay, and the first approach.
Right.
But now it's changing. So it's not unilateral, but it is becoming a bilateral.
Interaction.
Yeah, interaction and experience. So yes, now surely men most of the time takes the first step, but it's very important, even how the girl reacts in the first, to the first contact.
Right.
So it's like a continuous exchange of feedbacks. I don't know how to say.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
But it's
That's the
different,
right,
yeah.
right
In the
expression.
past it was different, like just the man trying and trying and trying. The girls, had to the road to don't, like keep herself, not just physically but mentally as well, and
Emotional.
yes,
Uh-huh.
emotionally as well. And in the end, she, after some trials,
Uh-huh.
she will, yes, like
Agree or-
agree and like allow the man to know them better and go out and like making their relationship like a public one.
Excellent. Excellent.
But now it's a continuous exchange. So it is not just the man trying and trying and trying until she have to
Agree.
to agree, yes.
Uh-huh.
But now they are both. It's a bilateral interaction. I think maybe it's better.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
better.
but we have to maintain the situation. We don't have to pass to the opposite side, where girls become, the hunters. That's not good, actually. I think the man has to be hunted.
Excellent.
But yeah.
Excellent.
But the prey as well. Now it's like taking an important role in order to, to make the hunter be more incentivized on going on.
Exactly.
Okay, so yes,
Excellent.
I think this is the actual
Situation.
Yeah.
So, okay, moving a little bit from relationship, lifestyle.
Yes.
Recently, I heard a comment from a, let's say, middle-aged man.
Yes.
Let's say, probably 40s or 50 years old.
Yeah.
Not sure. But he said something that made me think a little bit. His comment was like the current generation of Italians don't know how to appreciate the beauty, the art, the history of Italy today. What's your opinion about that? Is it correct? Or the today's generation just sees things differently, have different interests? What do you think? What exactly is happening here?
I think that the globalization takes a role on it. So I agree, but I think that now through internet, through the transport, the new transport ways on moving,
Right.
the flight. People can like look at other countries' beauty now
Right.
as
Uh-huh.
well. So I think that what changes is it is now it's easier, to every day through internet or just moving to flight because it's cheaper than before. It's
Right.
easier to look at other countries, at other beauties, to move and to see what all the world, not just Italy, has to offer. So that's why maybe now the current generation are moving their how can I say their
Perspective.
eyes,
Uh-huh.
moving their eyes from down to the top, from the bottom to the top. So they are like looking at all the globe actually, and they want to visit as much places as they can, because now they can do it. They can do it
Right.
digitally, but they can do it physically as well because it's cheaper to do. So I think this is maybe the main motivation. I don't think actually that people now are less interested or that on what Italy has to offer, or yes. No, yes, I don't think so. I think that it just changing, the world,
Right.
and through the web and through this opportunity to move cheaper, and they are just trying to people are just trying to see everything.
Excellent.
Maybe this is like moving their focus from here to the other places. This is dangerous. I have to admit that it's dangerous because maybe even sometimes I have to admit that sometimes I forget how beautiful is Italy and how few places, few cities I know of Italy. So I think it's important to maintain a balance. So to move a lot, to discover, to escape sometimes, but we don't have Italians don't have to forget that we are in a really amazing place.
Excellent, excellent. So before we conclude this short interview or talk, as you might
Yes.
prefer, so what advice would you leave for the Italian people and for people of other nations? So you have two groups, Italians and other
Yes.
nations.
Yes.
We want your final word for these two groups.
Yeah, but it's an advice about what?
And advice in general, like what would you say to the people of Italian about what they should do about preserving their culture, and to other people, whether you're gonna invite them to come or not?
To come here, okay.
Yeah.
My suggestion is for Italian is don't forget, as I told you before, don't forget that we are in a really amazing place, and try to discover it as much as you can.
Right.
But you don't have to to maintain your roots here. So like embrace even the travel and the discovery of other places. So
Right.
maintain a balance on it. And this is for Italians.
Right.
Concerning other
Foreigners,
people,
uh-huh.
foreigners. How can I say? You have the opportunity to really see everything in just one small place. So I think it's a worth visit. So you can really enjoy everything from the weather, from the nature, the landscapes, the food, so the wine.
Wine, of
Yes,
course.
it's amazing. You know it. Yeah. They don't. Maybe they don't know, but you
Yes,
can.
definitely.
You can tell them about Cantina Aperte.
Cantina Aperte.
They don't know yet. So yeah,
Excellent.
Paolo enjoyed very much Cantina Aperte, so
Oh,
he
yes.
knows how the wine, especially in Oviedo, is a very important product, very important thing. So that's everything in Italy. Just come here and you are more than welcome, especially
Excellent.
in Oviedo.
Excellent.
Yeah. So don't just go to the most, how can I say,
Famous
famous
cities.
commercial cities, but enjoy the province as well.
Excellent.
Enjoy the country. And yes, I think these are the places where you can like taste the real Italian life, Italian atmosphere.
Excellent. So this was our conversation with my friend Daniele.
Yes.
And thank you very much for giving us insights about Italy, the lifestyle, the culture, and likely important, your advice to Italians and to other foreigners.
Yes.
So we hope you enjoy this short interview, and we hope we can keep sharing with you cultures of other nations as well. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for your money.